Folks, we are a democracy. And democracies cannot stand if the people do not have confidence in elections. Period. Our country will collapse. January 6th is an example of what happens when people lose faith in democracy. And right now we have a real problem with Republicans using as a standard method of operation to challenge elections and refuse to concede every time they lose. Every time they lose. I want you to take a look at this video of Laura Loomer here, and I'll catch you on the other side.
I'm not conceding because I'm a winner, and the reality is our Republican Party is broken to its core. What we have done tonight has really honestly shocked the nation. We have further exposed the corruption within our own feckless, cowardly Republican Party. And that is exactly the reason why, right, I decided to run against a rhino Republican, Daniel Webster.
We are losing our country because of big tech election interference. And I am pleading with the Republican Party to please start taking this issue seriously. Please. Because the American people deserve representation. And that's why I ran for Congress in 2020. It's why I ran for Congress in 2022. And it's why I'm going to keep fighting for all of you. I'm never going to.
Now, do you hear that? Do you hear that rhetoric? That is so dangerous. She is creating in her followers that believed in her a doubt in our own country's foundation. These people, a good portion of them, will not believe in the United States of America because of her and her selfishness. She lost. She lost to an incumbent. Incumbents have name recognition. They have people have seen them governing and doing the job. These are all advantages of an incumbent. That's why they have the advantage. She should have just conceded gracefully. We Democrats do. I'll give you an example. In Florida, Nikki Fried fought a hard campaign. She worked her ass off, folks. She worked hard and did a great job and came up short. She lost to Charlie Crist. And that night, she made a gracious concession speech and threw her support behind Charlie Crist and ensured to all her followers that democracy works, because it is not a democracy if you cannot lose. And that, my friends, is why the Republicans must be destroyed. They are attempting to destroy our country and our democracy with this standard playbook of we were cheated, we were cheated. Voter fraud is not a problem. It is the rarest of unicorns. We have proved it over and over and over again. And in states where Republicans have had unlimited amount of money to throw at the problem, they have done it over and over again, and they come up with nothing. Nothing. Ron DeSantis humiliated himself in Florida, bragging about finding 20 cases of potential voter fraud, not necessarily voter fraud, but potential voter fraud. And he spent almost $200,000 per case to find those out of 11 million people voting. That does not affect an election. That does not undermine the integrity of elections. That number. But his rhetoric does. And that's a problem, people. That is a real problem. You know, you have somebody like Laura Loomer who calls herself an Islamophobe, gets kicked off social media, calls for a Christian fascist nation. She's Jewish, folks. She is Jewish, and she's calling for a Christian national government. This is the one that chained herself to the door on Twitter. At Twitter, when she got kicked off for hate speech and whatnot. But her followers now doubt democracy. That has to end. And the way we end it is by ending the Republican Party. And the way we end the Republican Party is with zero voter apathy. Everyone votes every time. You support Democratic candidates, you hit the subscribe button, you support people like me and MeidasTouch who are putting this message out because this is dangerous and I need your help. Me speaking to you does not fix this. Me speaking to you and you speaking to everyone else does. You have to put the skin in the game. You do. When I say let's get to work, that's what I'm talking about. And this is old Texas Paul telling you, I love you, let's get to work.
Hey, this is Jordy, co-founder of MeidasTouch. Person, woman, man, camera, prison. MeidasTouch just came out with a brand new t-shirt with this perfect message. Make sure you check out store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com and grab yours today. Thank you.